Hey guys, it's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see some more. So today's video, as you can see, today's video is on this gorgeous eye look that I have on today. It was actually requested by a subscriber, so I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to, go through step by step and what I did to achieve this look. It was actually the eye look that I had on at the end of my previous video last Friday, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out, guys. And so really, if you want to see how I got this look and how I achieved this beautiful shimmery eye, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so as you can see, for our tutorial today, I've already done my full face of makeup other than my eyes, since that's all we're going to be talking about. So if you want to see, the products I used for this overall face look, they will be listed down in the description box below, kind of like always. I always try to list all the products that I've used. So we're just going to jump right into this today. This was actually requested by one of our subscribers here who wanted to see how I created the eye look that was in our last video, the Jamsu, dipping your face in water hack. So she really liked how my eyes looked at the end of that video, and I told her that I would love to recreate that on camera. So basically, I've already gone ahead and primed my eyes using just concealer, and I patted in that concealer, dusted a little bit of powder over them, so they are primed and ready to go. And the palette that I'm going to be using today for our eyeshadows is the Gwen Steffani Urban Decay collab palette. I have been just obsessed with this recently. I know I'm kind of late on this train. Let me blow it off. All right, here are the colors that we have. We're going to be using mainly these two colors right here, which are, this one is Anaheim and Zone, and then we're going to use this color up here, which is Punk. It's kind of like a grungy brownish burgundy color almost, and then we're going to dip into this Danger, this beautiful, like glittery, bright, metallic-y kind of blue down here. And then we're gonna pop on a little bit of this pink metallic, which is Harajuku, and then, or Harajuku, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. And then we're also gonna use this one right here, which is called Baby, which is a metallic, shimmery, sheeny, kind of color as well. I absolutely love them. They go on wonderfully. So what we're gonna need today, before we get started, I'm gonna go over the brushes that we're gonna be using. You want to have 2 of these like fluffy eyeshadow blending brushes. I have this one, which is a little bit bigger, and then this one, which is a little bit more compact, which is gonna put down just a little bit more color for us. And then also, I want to have 2 of these flat eyeshadow brushes as well. I have one that's just a little bit bigger and one a little bit smaller. You could really probably use the same one if you wanted and just, wipe your brushes, clean your brushes in between. I know Eco Tools makes actually wonderful brush cleaning wipes, like makeup wipes for your face, but for your brushes. So sometimes if I'm just traveling or just using the same brushes, I'll just use those wipes really quickly in between the colors. So that shouldn't be a problem either. And then, yeah, so I mean, that's really about it. That's all I'm going to be using today. I do have a setting spray. You can use any setting spray. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay D-Slick today. So make sure you have some kind of setting spray or something to wet your brush with, because we are going to be doing that at some point. But that's really about it. Okay, first of all, I want to go ahead and take that bigger kind of fluffy blending brush there that we have, and I'm going to go into this color right here, which is Zone. It's just a nice like taupey, taupey tan kind of color. I'm going to use it as a transition color, so I'm going to apply it all into this crease. Let's see. And I'm going to blend it up a little bit higher than the crease as well. So like not absolutely concentrated in that area, just blending it out. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're holding your brush at kind of a 90-degree angle to your face. If you're holding it this way, it's going to go further up, so you can do that a little bit if you want, but not too much. If you're holding it that way, it's just going to push it down. So just try to hold your brush as close to a 90-degree angle to your face as possible while doing this. And I'm going to use my mirror right here because I can see in it a little bit better. Okay, and do the same to the other eye. Okay, and once we have that down as our transition color, I want to just kind of deepen that up just a little bit. So I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Anaheim, and I'm going to use the same fluffy brush, and I'm just going to pop that right there, kind of along the same area that I put the first shade. I'm not going to bring it up quite as high though. I'm going to keep it just a little bit lower than that first shade that we used as a transition. And see, not much, but you can tell just a hint of a difference. It just darkens it up just a little bit. And you really want to blend that out. You absolutely cannot blend enough. And go ahead and do the same on the other eye. All right, so now that we have that finished, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my smaller blending brush right there that's going to give you just a little bit more color payoff and concentrated color in the area. And I'm going to dip into this color right here in this upper corner, which is Punk. It is a beautiful, like brownish maroon burgundy type shade. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's gorgeous. And I'm going to take that kind of right here, concentrated more on the outer corner, but blend that out as well with our transition shades just to deepen the entire look up. This step is probably not necessary, but to be honest, when I do it without this step in it, it's just not quite the same as what my eye look was in the other video. So she wanted it, you know, she wanted that specific eye look. So I am going to show exactly what I did to achieve that eye look. All right, so it is quite a lot deeper when using that color, but we're going to take the same and do it to the other eye as well. All right. Personally, guys, I think that this is like a beautiful look alone, but we are going to go ahead and finish it out with those blues and the shimmer colors and everything as well. So what I want to do now is I want to pick up my first blending brush, the larger blending brush, and just kind of blend out these harsher edges from the deeper color. Blend, blend, blend. You really, like, when dealing with any kind of eyeshadow look, you absolutely can't blend too much. Like, you cannot overblend your eyeshadow. All right, I'm liking how that's blended out. So now basically we want to move on to the colors on the lid, which include the blue shade and the shimmery shades that were there that I talked about before. I'm sorry, I just dropped like everything. Okay, so to go ahead and start on the lid, we're gonna take our kind of larger flat brush there. And first we're gonna start with a dry brush. We're gonna build it up, build the color up with a dry brush before spritzing our brush with any kind of setting spray. And we're gonna take that and pat it here on the lid, just on the outer V. So just don't go above your crease line. It's just right here on this little outer corner of your eyelid. Just kind of right there. And then I'm going to take some more and do the same to the inner corner. Let me get it done in my mirror here so I don't make a huge mistake. And then I'll show you what I did. And when doing this, guys, when playing with any kind of bright, vibrant, powerful colors, you probably want to go ahead and do your eye look before you do your makeup. I know that I'm not doing that today. I already have my makeup done. However, you probably do, and want to go ahead and do your eye makeup before doing your base and face makeup and all that, because you are going to have a little bit of fallout because they are so pigmented. Not a lot, you know, Urban Decay has very good shadows, so we're not going to have a lot with this, but anytime you're using very, very pigmented shades, you may come across some fallout. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to draw a line connecting the inner and outer corner blues. Get that all the way in that corner there. All right, and I just drew a line to connect them. There we go. It's getting a little bit more intense now, and I want to do the same thing to the other eye now. And draw a line connecting them. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's a little bit, you know, janky, because we're gonna blend this out. It's gonna be like a blended / halo eye. So it's a little bit of both. Okay. And that's pretty bright, but if you would like any more pigment, any more color, if you don't feel like you're getting this amount of color payoff, all you need to do is take your setting spray. Let me get mine out of the box. I'm not strong. I'm not strong, you guys. I'm dropping things. All right, take your setting spray and your brush and just mist. Just like 1, 2, you don't need a whole lot. Just mist your brush just a little bit, just to get it a little bit wet, and I'm gonna show you the difference. Do you see the difference? Well, you can't. You really can't see a difference because it was already so pigmented to start with. But I'll go ahead and finish this eye with the setting spray. Can you see at all how, like, this eye has a little bit of, you can see through the blue just a little bit to the other colors, and this one's just a little bit more thick and pigmented. That's really what the setting spray does for any color. It just makes it, more pigmented, and it makes it last better on your lids as well. Woo! Woo, that's bright! Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to pick up my first fluffy blending brush there as well. Again, I'm sorry, and I want to go ahead and just blend these edges out ever so carefully, like put just the smallest amount of pressure on your brush. Not much is needed at all, because we don't want to really move this pigment around too much. We just want the edges blended a little bit more seamlessly. That is all we're trying to accomplish. Blend, blend. Okay, can you see the difference between this one and that one, where this one's just a little bit more blown out? Just like, I'm being so light-handed with it. So light-handed. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is just kind of do the same to the other eye and blend this one out as well. And I like to even go in back with our first transition shade, which is this one right here, it's Zone, and take that and just run that along the edges just to make sure that you don't have a harsh line there of demarcation or a harsh line of color, and it all blends in seamlessly. The purpose of putting down these transition shades and all of this, guys, is to make sure that your eyeshadow looks more seamless and doesn't look so like it's just been thrown on your face. Do you know what I mean? When you see those people who have the very harsh eyeshadow lines and you're like, did you take any time with that at all? You know, it's kind of like that. So the more transition shades that you put down before putting down the actual eye look that you want, it's just going to help your eye look become more seamless and kind of all flow together. See how this is just kind of blown out in a nice gradient? Sorry, I have like a weird indentation right here, so it makes my eyeshadow look like it's not adhering well, but it is. My eyes are just weird. But we have a nice gradient from this dark blue out to this very lightest shade, which is right here, of that first transition shade. So just transition shades just help you to kind of control that a little bit better. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is pick up our smaller little flat brush there, and this step is also not really necessary. However, I like it because it's taking this pink shade right here, this pink shimmer, and I'm gonna add that here in the center of my halo eye. You don't have to do this. You can do this look with any colors that you want. I mean, literally any colors, but I like to do this because, like I said, I'm doing this look for somebody who wanted the exact look that I used the other day, and laying down this pink shade right there in the center, it just kind of blends with the blue very beautifully and makes it more of a purpley, shimmery color everywhere. Yeah, I really like it. So we're gonna take that brush, and I've just been dipping in here, and you want to kind of hold it sideways and go along that line of the blue. I don't know if you can see there, and then go to this side as well, and up and down, and just lay that down. Just kind of pat it and swipe it on. So after I get just kind of a base of that laid down, yep, I'm spritzing my brush again. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up that color, the same baby pink color. It's called Harajuku. I have a hard time with that name, that word. Okay, and then that's just gonna make it more vibrant and show up a little bit better. And it's looking kind of crazy right now, like blue and pink. We kind of look like we're going to a baby shower, but I promise it's gonna look much better when we're finished. All right, so now that we have that done, we want to kind of flip to the other side of our brush. Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna spritz some more on that brush, and then I'm going to take this shade right here called Baby. It is a beautiful, like, kind of like a rose gold champagne-y color shimmer, and I'm going to pop that right over where we put the pink. Can you see the difference in the shades? I think that this layered over top of the pink is just absolutely gorgeous. It makes it such a beautiful color. But like I said, if you want a different color, or you don't want that pink, you know, layered in there, you don't have to use that pink step at all. And you can really, I'm gonna just keep emphasizing this, you can really do this eye look with any colors that you already have in your collection. And if you're like, oh, I don't look good with blue eyeshadow, well, I really don't either, but I like playing with colors. But if you don't want to wear blue eyeshadow, then don't do it. I mean, you can literally do this with any colors that you want. Any colors, any shades, any eyeshadows. So that's completely up to you. I'm just showing step by step how I did mine. Okay, and I always like to blend right here in this line after I get finished, just to make sure everything is seamless. There we go. And what I'm going to do next is the under eyes. You never want to leave them naked, because you always want them to kind of, you know, continue your eye look, so that it's not just, you know, top and then nothing. So we're going to go back and take, if I can find it. Okay. We're going to go back here and take our smaller shading brush right here. And we are going to go into first this shade Zone. Sometimes I like to kind of just do, you know, what I did on the top, but backwards on my lower eyelids. So we're going to kind of run that all over the lower eyelid now, and sweep it up and connect it with these colors right here. Do the same to the other. Do you see, you know, what a difference? That's just one shade, but do you see what a difference it makes? It really does just pull your whole eye look together. All right, and sweep it up. Here we go. We're looking good. I have a little bit of fallout, a little bit, but that's okay. If you have fallout, these are pretty easy to sweep off. I'm just gonna get a powder brush and just kind of sweep that away when I'm done, so it's not a big deal, not at all. Okay, and the next thing that I wanna do, I think that I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade Punk and just smudge it kind of right here, right on the outer corner of your lower lash line. Not too much, just a little bit, and just on the outer corner. You don't want to bring that in too much because it is such a like deep kind of grungy shade, so we definitely don't want that. And I'm gonna take this flat smudger brush right here and a little bit of this blue color. You can't see it, I'm sorry. A little bit of that blue color, and I'm gonna smudge that right here in the center. So it just gives you a pop of blue there on the lower lash line. I like it a lot. Okay, so the only other thing that we really have left to do, oh, I forgot the best part. All right, let me clean off my little smudger brush here because I'm gonna use that. It's really small. I'm gonna clean off my smudger brush and I'm gonna spritz that with a little bit of setting spray, and I'm gonna go back into this shade Baby, this sparkly, shimmery, champagne-y gorgeous shade, and I'm gonna pop some right here on my inner corner. And it really just, do you see the difference? Like, do you see the light hitting that side, whereas that side is just kind of blah? We just want to pop that on so that we have that, just that extra bit of sparkle there. It's really, really nice. This is all fallout. Like, that's all fallout. That's okay. I'll fix it. I promise. Bling! Okay, now we're all sparkly and everything. At this point, it really depends on where you want to take your look, what you want to do, you know, as to what you want to do next. But really, all I'm going to do is just pop on some mascara. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara today. I'm going to just pop on some mascara, no eyeliner, anything like that, and then pop on some false lashes. You can do, you know, whatever false lashes that you choose. I have some really cheap ones. It's LA Colors Dramatic Lash, and they're in the style Dainty, and I literally, they're kind of they're not enough va-va-voom for me, so I just put two pairs together. They're like 98 cents at Walmart, so super cheap, super affordable. But I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I will be right back to show you the finished look. Guys, I almost forgot the most important part. Well, one of the most important. Anyway, take the brush that you use for the blue, and we're gonna kind of just blend the edges right here in between the blue and that shimmer shade in the middle. That's better. Okay, because we don't want to look like a skunk with just a line going down. We want to make sure that those edges are blended. But that's really it. So I'm going to continue putting my lashes on, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I am back. And this look is finished. I mean, if you have any other questions, anything like that, please just, you know, send me a comment down below, reach out to me on Twitter, however you like to get in contact with me. But literally, I did everything, you know, in the tutorial for you. And you remember I had to jump right back on camera to remind you to blend the edges of the blue and the shimmer. Whoops, I forgot that part, but definitely remember that. It just kind of helps everything blend together, so then there's just that spot of shiny instead of just like a streak. So definitely remember to do that. And I didn't do any kind of, you know, any kind of eyeliner, anything like that. I literally just put on mascara and some eyelashes. So that's really all there is to this look. It's really beautiful. It's super fun, summery. I mean, it could be, you know, an everyday look if you're just very outgoing and fun, or it could be a special going out look, anything like that. So here it is. that's the final look. I don't have anything else to share with you guys today, but please do remember to stay tuned for more videos from me and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed this look and this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up, and just stay tuned for more, guys. I'll see you later.